All right, everybody. I am live from the Essential Phone. Everybody, Q here with Tech Rants. It is a midday stream. I usually don't do these. So yeah. So yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pull up the chat. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. So my upload speeds are almost non-existent right now. Let me see something. I have my upload speeds are very horrible. My download speeds are fine. It's upload speeds that are suffer. So yeah, we're gonna see how this live stream does it. So I got everything pulled up. So the Essential Phone has been great. I have noticed it can't handle AT&T as great as the Honor 7X. So I don't know if it's the antenna band. I think it's the antenna bands, because even my Wi-Fi does not get full signal even when I'm in front of the router. So I mean, I still get all my calls. Messages seem to come through fine. It's just that, and data's consistent. Don't get me wrong. So I am noticing some buffer. Like I said, this phone does not get as good as reception. That's probably the only thing I can complain about it right now. Other than that, it's been a great phone. Stock experience. You know, it was one of the first phones to get Android Pie. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and talk. Can $300 get you a good phone? Well, in a lot of cases, yes. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these cases. The iPhone SE can be bought from most prepaid carriers for no more than about $180 for the top tier 128. $50 if you go to AT&T prepaid, and free if you go to Metro. So that's a good option. That's one option. The Essential Phone. It's not $223 no more, but when it was, that is one of the best phones that you can buy at that price range, besides the iPhone. I mean, quad HD display, decent cameras, wonderful process, top tier processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, the latest Android operating system. Yeah, that's a good deal. And it's guaranteed updates for the next 2 years. So yeah, most definitely a major go. So yeah, the Essential Phone. If you can grab that at a good price, hey, I recommend it. A lot of Nokia, so like the Nokia 6.1, it's $270. It's an Android One device. That means you're guaranteed major software updates for 2 years and major security patches up for 3 years at least. It could change. It could be more, but they're giving you those minimum guarantees. Meanwhile, you out here and you pay $1,000 for a Note 9, and you're lucky if you're going to get at least one major update, maybe two, maybe. But even then, that second update is going to make your phone sluggish and slow. So, honestly, if I had a choice right now between the Note 9 and the Essential phone, I would have to go the Essential phone. Reason being, because I'm guaranteed those updates, no bloatware, and it really is what it says, the Essential phone. It has all the essentials. Now, of course, it's probably, at $700 when it launched, that was unbearable. That was really not necessary. But at, I'd say about $350, $400 all day long. Of course, at $220, you can't beat it. Now, I did buy this phone on credit, and I'm currently waiving my options here. I got 30 days to make a decision. Once again, like I do with all phones, well, except for the iPhone, I had 7 days, but I got 30 days to make a decision. It's going to be kind of I got to really redo my budget over and over and over again to see if I can afford to keep it. I've done everything that's going to put me in a tight spot, but it does look like I can keep it. Hope so, but I got something in the works, and hopefully that goes through. If it goes through, I most definitely can afford to keep it. So, we shall see. Doing everything I can to try to keep this phone, because it's been a wonderful experience. So, so enough about the Essential phone. I love it. I like new toys. I like getting new things and playing around with them. So for $300, you have a lot of options. You have a lot of Nokia devices. You have the Moto X4. Okay. You have the Honor 7X. Okay, which is $200. ZT has the Blade V9 now that's out. That's a pretty decent, So, I mean, like I said, HMD Global, I think this is what it's called, who's handling Nokia, they're doing a good job. A $250, $270 phone, and you're guaranteed updates. That's impressive. Like I said, the only $1,000 phone that you're going to get that is going to be guaranteed those updates are Pixels, because it's Google. Samsung, maybe. But even then, it takes forever for them to push out the updates. And then even then, it can make your phone worse. So, $300. You get a nice camera, a nice battery, 4 gigs. I've seen big YouTubers complain about 4 gigs of RAM. Need to turn it down a little bit. I mean, honestly, what do you need 4 gigs of RAM for? I mean, not 4 gigs. Excuse me. Woo. Okay, so what do you need? Honestly, if a phone is well optimized, 2 gigs of RAM is sufficient. 3 gigs is better. I feel like in 2018, if you are paying about 150 to 200 bucks, 3 gigs maybe should be the standard. Definitely 32 gigabytes of storage should be the standard. But honestly, what do you need, unless you're a real, no, I'm not even going to say that. So 4 gigs of RAM, what do you need 4 gigs, more than 4 gigs of RAM for? I mean, the Essential phone can handle some good gaming. My iPhone, well, iPhone's different. You can't compare iPhone and Android. My Honor 7X, my Honor 7X, my J7 Perks, they can handle some heavy gaming, no issues. The Essential phone, yeah, that X gig of RAM actually kicks in and it helps. It boosts it and makes it better. But honestly, what do you need 6 to 8 gigs of RAM for? Now, if you were talking about a computer, I could honestly see that. But on a phone that you're just using every day, at your phone, no game on a phone has demanded that much RAM. I say 3 to 4 gigs is sufficient enough for a flagship. So the Nokia 6.1 for 270 bucks, you get a full HD display. What do you really need Quad HD for? I mean, honestly, really. And plus, regular HD makes battery life better. You get the latest Android operating system. Right now it's on Oreo, but it's scheduled to get Pie, and it will get Q, and possibly even R. Okay? It's a Snapdragon 636, I believe, so mid-range processor, but decent. 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. That's sufficient enough, honestly. And since it doesn't have anything, to really bog it down, Nokia doesn't really touch it. They just make it as it's meant to be. Then it makes it a perfect buy. So, honestly, $1,000 for a phone. If I buy a Note 9, there's going to be a lot of features on that phone I won't even use. There's a lot of features on my Honor 7X that I don't use. Where's the Honor 7X? Honor 7X is right here. Still a wonderful device. Care what nobody says. I'm not using it right now. No, I'm not. But it's still a wonderful device. Wonderful. So, there's a lot, and of course there's a lot of stuff from the Essential phone I don't use. Although the Essential phone really doesn't have a lot. It's the bare bones. But if I bought a Note 9, there's going to be a lot of stuff on it I won't use. So I would basically just wasted $1,000. So me personally, I make phone calls, text messages, I get on YouTube, I browse the web, I live stream, I do YouTube videos, I make video chat, email, do some very, very light. I'm not a gamer at all, but if I do game, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go to my PC. But if I do game from the phone, it's very light. So, $1,000. What am I doing? I'm not gonna say that the $1,000 phone is not gonna perform well. I'm sure it's gonna perform amazingly. Hell, it should for $1,000. But it's just gonna be so much that phone's gonna offer that I don't need. So, $300. Is that suffice you? Can that get you a decent enough phone? In my opinion, absolutely. $300 is more than enough to get a good phone. Especially if you care about updates. Well, thank you to Android One. You can buy a mid-range device and be guaranteed those updates. And the phone can handle them. Okay, and as far as I know, they're not slowing down the performance with each update. If the phone can handle it and it's sufficed enough, it's going to handle those updates with no problem. So, I mean, it's just all about the manufacturer. Samsung, when the F7 is more than capable of handling Android Oreo and Android Pie. But when Samsung released Oreo to the S7, they really fucked it up. Let's just be real. So, $300 for a phone, $200 for a phone. Definitely, you can get something decent. So, don't believe what the big boys tell you. I'm not knocking you, but if you say, I can't get a good phone for $300, shit, you got plenty of options. You just don't know. So I can tell that the AT&T is struggling today. When I did my speed test, I was getting like 5 down and 10 up. So I'm deprioritized now. It's almost rush hour. Kids are getting out of school. This is a congested tower over here in this area. So I mean, it pretty much held up though. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce on out of here. This has been Q from Tech Rants. If you like the comment, if you like the content, please leave a like on the video. Comment down below. If you got any questions, comments, concerns about this or anything else, subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends, all the other good stuff, and I will catch you guys on the next one. It's been Q from Tech Rants, and I'm out of here. Later.
Are you sure you want? Okay.